Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. And this time, I've got a nice cup of tea and a bit more chill of an attitude to take on this playthrough with. So, I know what I want to do, and we're going to go and do it. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to take this episode as an opportunity to actually discuss my history with Elder Scrolls, since this is probably one of the only chances I'll ever get, since I'm playing an Elder Scrolls game. Also, I've just eaten a bunch of biscuits, so forgive me for being a little hiccupy and burpy. So we're going to backtrack towards Bleak Falls Barrow. That's basically the idea here. And at the same time, I'm going to say that this episode is the real start of this playthrough. This is it. This is the genuine start. I'm probably going to call this video "It Begins" or something like that, or "The Fun Begins." It's already underwhelming for having that title, but basically I'm going to use this video as an opportunity to really get you dug into exactly who I am and why I like Elder Scrolls. So I'm going to start with saying that Skyrim was my first Elder Scrolls game. I played this game back, as I said in the last video, in 2011 when it came out, and it was the first time I was introduced to the world of Elder Scrolls. I'd never heard of Oblivion well, I had heard of Oblivion and Morrowind, tell a lie. I just didn't give a shit about them. I'd never seen videos of them. I didn't care to. My brother actually told me there was a new Elder Scrolls coming out. It was the only reason I knew about this game coming out. And so I pre-ordered it so I could get it. And fun story, the only reason I originally bought this game in 2011 was because I found out there was mining in it. And I was drastically obsessed with Minecraft at that time. It was, you know, the first time I'd ever played Minecraft had been very recently, like a year previous, and I was like just loving it, and the updates were frequent, and yeah, I was just into that vibe. And then I heard that you could go around Skyrim and there were mines with ores, and you could mine the ores and you could turn them into weapons and tools and armor and stuff, and I was like, yo, Minecraft. So I put my pre-order in for Skyrim, and I got it. Of course, I actually didn't get it till my birthday, because technically I had my parents order it as a birthday present, so I didn't get it till the 25th of November, 2 weeks after it actually came out. So I played Skyrim, and as I said in the last video, but really was not very good at explaining, I recorded a little bit of that first playthrough I did in January or February of 2011. So you got a little bit of that first playthrough on video. Also, there is an animal. I have contracted rock joint, and I hate it. I have no way to get rid of it right now, because I have no fucking cure disease potions, so that fucking sucks. Thanks, Wolf. Also, what does the rock joint do again? You're 25% well, that's useless, because I don't use melee, do I? I use spells. I'm a mage. Alright, well, anyway, so, yes, anyway, I played Skyrim. Fuck off. I played Skyrim, pretty much again and again for a good few years. It wasn't really until 2016 when I picked up Oblivion. Now, that was when I decided to go backwards and actually play the previous game in the series. And so in 2016-ish, I played Oblivion, and on and off for a few years, I was back and forth with Oblivion. I didn't really play it per se. I kind of just went in, sort of did a few things, and then left again, because I was always very scared of the combat in that game and the level up mechanics. It didn't make any fucking sense to me, and it still doesn't today. So I couldn't really grasp it. You know, Skyrim was a lot simpler in comparison. So I gave up with Oblivion for a while, and then I came back to Oblivion in 2018, I think, and I properly played it through and beat it to the end. And then after that, I decided to go straight back from Oblivion to Morrowind. So I actually, in last year, sat down and started a game on Morrowind January. And I actually played arguably the worst version of Morrowind. Well, not vanilla, sorry. Game of the Year edition on the Xbox. On the original Xbox, which is buggy as fuck, runs really slow, and it's a game of patience. Like, it's a... What is that phrase? It's a... It's a workout in patience, or whatever that phrase is that people use. So I had to work really, really hard to push through all of that and actually enjoy Morrowind on the Xbox. And I actually did. I genuinely actually enjoyed playing Morrowind on the Xbox, and I got all the way through the main quest and beat Dagoth Ur. Obviously, I've got that on video for anyone who's maybe this is my first thing that they're watching of mine. I actually do have a stream of me playing Morrowind on the Xbox. Keep in mind it is a camera pointing at a television, so it's obviously not like capture card quality, but you can still see what's going on, and obviously it's very, very interesting to see me play and beat the main quest of Morrowind for the first time. Also, it's really funny just watching me die over and over and over again to Dagoth Ur at the end. I was really bad at that boss fight. I just didn't know what to do to beat him. I had to really like think super hard in order to defeat him, and I managed it in the end. I beat him, and I went on after that to oh geez, I went on after that to off camera fix my stats and carry on playing, and I was trying to level myself up and get to a point where I could play the DLC, and I ended up breaking the game, making potions and stuff. And I don't mean broken as in I can't play it anymore, I mean broken as in I've got basically infinite health, stamina and magicka now. So I don't know, it feels almost pointless to play the game at this point. So I stopped playing Morrowind after the main quest, really. I will go back to it, but yeah, but while I was playing Morrowind as well during the summer of last year, I actually decided to try out Daggerfall Unity as well, because I'd never played Daggerfall before, and I looked at videos of it. I watched a video of someone playing Unity on YouTube. It was like a modded version of Daggerfall basically, and I really liked it. I thought it was fantastic, and I thought, I've got to play this, I've got to give this a try. And so I downloaded Daggerfall Unity and started a game, and you know what, I'll be damned, I actually got into it and started to grasp the concepts of Daggerfall and understand how to play and enjoy it. And I played it for a good several hours, I think. Travelled around a bit, did a few quests, leveled up my character a bit, and it was really, really fun. But I just didn't get much further than that. I mean, my thought process was I needed to go back to Morrowind first and finish that before playing Daggerfall thoroughly. So since then, since last year, I haven't touched Morrowind or Daggerfall, and now I'm back to bloody Skyrim again. Just, it seems like I'm always coming back to this bloody game. I never bloody stop. But yeah, that's basically my history with the Elder Scrolls as of this point. Also, there's a guy shooting arrows at me. I'm going to need to take that mofo out. Alright, boyo. Chill. Take a chill pill, boy. Come on. There we go. It's a good thing I've got these robes on, and I've bought these skills that make this magic cost less. I'm actually doing pretty well, all things considered. Especially for expert difficulty that I've got turned on right now. I'm hurting these guys quite decently. Come here, you bitch. I'm hurting these guys quite well. They're not hurting me too much. I mean, obviously it could be better, but hey, that's Skyrim for you. We'll keep some arrows just in case. It's always useful to have an arrow or two just for an enemy that's a bit too tough for magic. There can be some. It can happen. But yeah, so that's basically my history with Skyrim. So or with the Elder Scrolls. Hold on, I'm having a cup of tea. Oh, that's nice. So, I became obsessed with the Elder Scrolls. I actually went on a complete binge trying to find anything Elder Scrolls related that would be cool to have it like on my shelf. Most of the cool stuff you can get for older Elder Scrolls games comes from Etsy. People making their own custom items and whatnot. You can get like figures of like little figurines of characters, Silt Striders and stuff like that from Morrowind, or like customized posters and shirts and sheets and things. But in terms of official merch, I went out of my way to, one, get every single guide for every single Elder Scrolls game. Alright, you are going to die. There we go. Can you... There we go. There we go. He's dead. Alright, I think they both... Oh, no, they haven't both died. Hold on. Let me just kill this woman quickly. And then... There we go. Alright, they're both dead. I went out on my way to hunt down all of the official merch that I could, which isn't a lot because there is quite a lot of official merch, but some of it is just not worth having. So one of the main things that I was hunting for was the Elder Scrolls guides. I wanted to get the Elder Scrolls strategy guides. There's one for Skyrim. Legendary Edition is obviously the best guide that you can get. There's one for... yeah, that's a magic thing. There's one for... oh, those are actually better than the ones I'm wearing. Okay, good. There's one for Oblivion, the Game of the Year edition, and then there's one for put that back in there. Okay, good. And then there's one for Morrowind, Game of the Year edition. There's actually two for Morrowind. There's like with most of them, there's a normal version for all of them, and a Game of the Year version, or legendary version or whatever. For Morrowind, there's two versions, and both of them are really, really rare. I mean, I wouldn't say really, really rare, actually. I might be exaggerating it a bit. You can get the basic version for about 30 quid, but the Game of the Year guide costs about anywhere between 80 and 100 pounds, which is quite expensive for a strategy guide, and it's mostly just because, like I said, they're quite rare. It's quite hard to come across them. So I managed to eventually pick up a basic version of the Morrowind guide and a Game of the Year version. I'm just drinking tea again. Oh, that is nice. I love a good cup of tea. And they were actually both in really good nick. It was something I was really, really grateful for, that when I did manage to finally get a copy of the Game of the Year edition of Morrowind, with how expensive it was, I had to kind of get some money aside to actually pay for it. But when I finally got it, I was so shocked when it came through the door and it was in perfect condition. It basically looked like it hadn't been touched. Like someone had basically bought it, put it away, and never touched it. There was no rips, there was no doodles on any pages. Even the cover seemed to be untouched almost. No bends, no obvious creases where it had been open and closed and open and closed. Like, and apparently this book that I bought had come from some sort of library somewhere, some place that's selling old books that they don't want or something, and they have like a big library of books that they're just selling. And this book apparently was just sitting on the shelf for decades. So this book is just in perfect condition, and I was really, really happy with it. There is a guy who is about to kill himself, which is funny. There he go. And death to you, sir. There you go. He's dead. He dead, boy. He dead. Alright, let's take a second. Take a breather. Lovely jubbly. So that was one of my prized possessions when it came to Elder Scrolls merch. It still is, frankly. It is one of my most prized possessions when it comes to Elder Scrolls merch. I absolutely adore that Morrowind guide. It is one of the most unique video game strategy guides I've ever seen. Like, the only other one that I'd be desperate to get a hold of, if I could at this point, would be the Daggerfall guide. However, that is immensely rare. It is like there is basically no way to get the Daggerfall guide without paying an exceptional amount of money for it. It's just one of those that basically only ever came with a certain edition of Daggerfall, and that edition of Daggerfall after all these years is just not available to most people. It's very hard to get a copy. I'll take a soul gem, why not? So I won't be getting the Daggerfall guide anytime soon. But there were other Elder Scrolls related pieces of merch that I was able to get my fingers on. For example, there's 2 officially licensed Elder Scrolls novels written by oh, that closes that. Okay, that's weird. Written by Greg Keyes. One is called the city, Lord of Souls, I think, is one of them, and the other one's the Infernal City. And they're both set 40 years after the events of Oblivion, which is 160 years before the events of Skyrim. And they are very, very good. I quite enjoyed playing them, or reading them, sorry. And I thought the story in it was great, especially considering that they decided to tell the story from the perspective of different characters, all of which had importance in the Elder Scrolls universe, including one character who actually was the one responsible for destroying Morrowind, because he destroyed the machine that was keeping up Baldur in Vivec. After Vivec himself had left and disappeared, which takes place sometime shortly before the events of Oblivion. And I think a few years after the events of Oblivion is when Baldur falls. So, but yeah, it's pretty good. I always thought that the story of that book could be a lead up to, like, you know, some game that hasn't been released yet. You know, something that happens before Skyrim. You know, maybe a game that takes place in Blackmarsh during the time of the destruction of Morrowind. You know, when you get to, or when the Argonians went to take their revenge on the Dunmer for their enslavement. I don't know. It's a great book, and I honestly wish they'd made more Elder Scrolls books. I really do wish they'd made more Elder Scrolls books. I think it would have been a really, really good idea. They could have really, like, sold that off quite well. But that was one of the other pieces of Elder Scrolls merch I managed to acquire anyway. There was one other book which was called Lords of Daedra. It came with a special edition, I think, of one of the Elder Scrolls Online physical editions or something like that. Oh boy. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh shit. Right, okay, I'm doing pretty well here, all things considered. Oh boy, alright, he's almost dead. There we go, he's dead. I'm a good mage. So Lords of Daedra is basically just a small little token book about the Daedra, who they are, their names, where they come from, all that sort of thing. Any information that's known, basically. It's an okay book. I literally just bought it to add it to my collection. It's not one of my favourites. Well, one of the other pieces of Elder Scrolls merch that I managed to get that is my favourite is Oblivion Collector's Edition for the 360. I actually got a full version which comes with the little Septim coin and the pocket guide to the Empire. Version 2, I think it is. There's actually a version of the pocket guide for Morrowind as well, I think, or Daggerfall, but that's really rare to get a hold of. So I'm going to free this guy. There we go. And you are going to die because you're an annoying little prick. There we go. Thank you for the golden claw, you piece of fucking garbage. Let's continue. So yeah, I do like that little pocket guide. It's probably one of my favourite of the books, Elder Scrolls books, next to the Morrowind strategy guide. I'm not sure. Oh, the only other piece of Elder Scrolls merch that I acquired, which I was very happy with, was the Elder Scrolls Anthology. I managed to pick up a copy of the edition that comes with all the maps and has all of the CDs in their own little, like, custom flaps and whatnot. It's honestly such a great little collector's item, and the fact that you can have, like, all of those games in one go for quite cheap, to be fair, is, well, I mean, it's remarkable. I mean, they're great games. You can play Arena, you can play Daggerfall, you can play Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim, and they all work fine. Of course, you know, I wouldn't personally play the original version of Daggerfall. There's not really an alternative for Arena, but Daggerfall obviously has Unity, and it's so much better than the original version of Daggerfall. It just has so many quality of life improvements. So yeah, I think Daggerfall and Arena are kind of useless in that collection, but they are cool to have. But Morrowind is great to have, and Oblivion and Skyrim are alright as well. I think personally, one of the great reasons to own that Morrowind CD is because it will allow me at some point in the future to play the Skywind mod. Whenever they manage to finish that mod, which could take, a while. Oh shit. Oh, okay, I think he's dead. It could take a while for them to finish that mod, all things considered. But yeah, so hopefully when they do, I will have my own copy of Morrowind, because you will need, they said you will need a copy of Morrowind, a legal copy of Morrowind to actually run the mod. So having it on disc is a really easy way to make that happen. Also, I'm going to die if I'm not careful here. Let me just drink a couple of healing potions. That's the first time I've had to drink healing potions, but hey, that's the benefit of hindsight, you know. Making sure you've got some potions to keep you going. Ancient Nord War Axe, Petty Soul Gem. I'm a mage, so you know having some enchanting items is good. Oh, we got some better arrows here and a better bow. I'm going to put the bow that I had in there. There we go. Got a better bow now in case I need a bow. It's only in case I need one. Everything's going well here, which usually isn't the case for me. Usually things start to go south very quickly. Oh, okay, right, I made it through. Good. Alright, I think I can deactivate those there. Good, alright, alright. I think we should almost be done here, I hope. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Got another Draugr. Oh my god, he's got a Warhammer. Okay, there we go, you're dead. I love that I'm not actually using as much magicka. It's great, like, I really need to put some more upgrades into that. Alright, you are going to feel the wrath of the flames. There we go. Dead. You're welcome. Thanks for dying. Oh, whoa. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Excuse me. You guys need to... Oh, boy, oh, boy. You guys are just coming. You guys are just coming, aren't you? Alright, there we go. That was a bit... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. My God, you guys just keep coming. Fucking hell. That was a genuine fucking scare there. Oh! It just happened. It just happened to me, man. Alright, is there anything else in here of interest? I don't think there is. I think we're getting to the end of this dungeon now. Is there anything else I could say about my history with Elder Scrolls? Not really. I mean, I've pretty much mentioned all the merch. I've told you my history with the Elder Scrolls, so you know. Also, actually, I don't think I'm near the end of this dungeon yet. I've just realised, like, I think there's a whole other area to this dungeon I haven't been through yet. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, because there's a gate there and there's water that leads down. If I remember correctly, that water leads to like a big drop area, like a cliff. So I may well have to split this into two. But hey, you know what? I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood to record today, and you know, I might not be for another week or two, like with the first part to the second part. So best to record some stuff, eh? I'm getting more confident, you know. I think I do better when I actually focus my conversation on something specific. That's when I shine. When I start rambling about stuff like I did in the last video, that's when it gets really bad. So I just have to focus myself and talk about something specific. So I talked about some Elder Scrolls stuff, my history with Elder Scrolls and whatnot. So what could be the next potential topic of conversation? I did mention a personal life thing last episode with the going out buying DVDs and books, so maybe I could pull back on something like that. Or alternatively, I could talk about some of the stuff I've been playing since I've been back, because I haven't really had a chance to talk about that in anything yet. So I've been doing an assortment of stuff since I got back. I had to put my Xbox 360 away because the laser on it is old, to put it bluntly. It can't read discs anymore, so I've had to put it away and leave it packed away for now until I can afford to get it fixed. I have spoken to a guy on the phone about it, but it's going to cost about £50, I think, to get it fixed. So also I'm sneaking. I don't know if this guy knows I'm up here, but I think I'm going to does this guy know I'm here? I think he knows I'm here. Okay, I'm going to kill this guy quickly, and then I'm just going to... hold on, wait a minute. No, I don't think he does know I'm up here. Okay, fine. Alright, I'm just going to leave myself here then. Alright, well, I'm splitting this video in two then. Fair enough. That's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think it was a lot better than the first two videos, personally. It was a lot more focused, and I think we had a lot more fun. I did a little jiggling with the audio before this as well, because I noticed that certain audio was really low and certain audio was really high. Like, the effects of using my spells was quite high, so I turned the effects noise down, or at least I hope that was one of the ones I turned down. I will find out. But yeah, I turned a lot of other stuff up, like ambient noises and music and stuff, because I noticed it was really quiet. Hopefully it's better. We will see. It's always a work in progress. But that's it. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.